Welcome to the checkup. It's with your boy Guap and Zen back at it. Uh, I don't even know what week in a row this is, but we're solid commitment.
Yeah, it's gone on a long time now. I was thinking of that earlier today too. I was like, what number are we? Like, we don't even put the number, huh?
No, we just
Well,
go
it wouldn't be
by.
that hard to count.
I mean, I
But
can pull up my good old spreadsheet here. Did we
wow,
start? Did we
spreadsheets.
start at the Genesis? Did we start?
Oh, I
Yeah, I
think we
think we.
started before that, right?
Mm,
No, maybe
I
not.
don't think so. I think Genesis was
No,
like the
you
first one.
is that the first one on this? Because remember, you had a different account, right?
Yeah, no, that's not the first one on this. That's just the first one I started
Oh,
tracking.
oh, okay, okay.
And so from then, it's like 18 deep. That's a few months. That's like 4 or 5 months. Because we did the Super Bowl breakdown. Remember
It's like
that
four
the week
months.
before?
Oh yeah.
Super Bowl breakdown.
Did we? I kind of don't remember.
Yeah, I didn't remember that either till I was looking at the videos on my channel. And there's like three of
Oh,
them. Because remember we streamed a couple of
oh, okay,
episodes
okay.
before we got the new one. But yeah, we're in deep. Good US Open last week. I didn't like a lot of the narratives on Twitter. I don't know if you get the same logarithm on Instagram as far as people complaining about it's not scoring low enough. It's not tough enough. And then uh,
I yeah. I kind of got that census too. Just like you hear it just from the announcers, like during it, they're like, because it is the open. It always is like they pride it in being like hard as fuck, which it started to like
and
you
Kepka
know.
says one thing like I don't like this course. Next thing you know, every time Kepka's on the screen, hey, guess what? He said he didn't
Yeah,
like it.
yeah. Hovland can't. I saw. Did you see that Hovland said he didn't like it,
He's like, "This none of
or
the holes
somebody
impress me."
reported?
He's like, "None of the holes impress me." He only liked number 9, which is like a par 3.
Yeah,
I guess they
and
like
then
overlooked it. I think he didn't like how the holes were
people
set up.
are.
There's
Yeah,
too many
he said
trees, so you
something.
couldn't see the city. I think that's kind of what they were referring to as far as
Who Hovland?
I think so. I think that's why he liked
I
9.
don't know. I'd have to look at. I'd have to.
We didn't
Like
get
I
any
said, it was
reports
just
about
an
the
IG.
zoo. I wanted more reports about the zoo. He should
I
have had like a
kept.
live cam on the
Did you
zoo.
hear the birds? I remember like
Yeah.
I was watching it Saturday and John Rahm was on 14. I'm like, oh shit, it's fucking loud as fuck. Um, yeah, my buddy ended up I texted him and he was like, yeah, I'm going. He
What's
went
this?
to practice round. The buddy I
Breaking
sent
news.
like,
Breaking news on the
what
podcast. Taylor Montgomery is out.
is he?
Yeah,
I
I
don't
got
think
a
I have him in
notification
any lineups.
on DraftKings. But yeah, what were you saying, your buddy?
He ended up going the one I sent your swing to that one
Oh
day.
yeah.
He went to like the practice round.
Bro, I went to the range today and got a new video to show, but then like it wouldn't upload to Discord. Every time I try to upload it, my Discord
Good. No one
freezes.
wants to see your fucking horrible swing, anyways.
It doesn't really look much different, but it feels a lot different for me. And
I, yeah.
I can like hit this crazy fade with my irons now, but I feel like I'm doing a totally different swing than my draw. My draw, I can, but if I try to
What
do
do you
the,
mean? Should be a different swing
it's like I'm going super steep, like bringing it up farther and just going super steep, and it just
on the
has a nice
cut
fade. Yeah, but if I try to do
with
the same
driver or just
swing,
irons.
just irons. If I try to do it with my drivers, it's just like a
Is this
slice, just a nasty slice.
um yeah,
Speaking
because
about new
the driver's
drivers,
gonna over exaggerate. Yeah,
tell
speaking
me
of new
about your weekend.
drivers, um,
Hashtag
well,
title is that.
disclaimer, I barely even remember. I remember a flash like moment of that drive when I hit it, and because I was hammered, we were just absolutely hammered. But it was like a clean break. You saw that photo I sent you. It like literally, we were on the back nine. and I just kind of like drop kicked it. Like it hit the ground a little bit before it hit the ball, and like it was just dead straight. And then we look, and like I just heard it, and I was like, "What the fuck?" I looked down, and the Stealth 2, brand new. It's just the head is literally just cracked into two, like into the seam where they like glued the piece together, or whatever. It's just cracked. It's like a clean just break.
Oh, we can't even get that on the. We can't. I guess we could get this.
You
on
would
the
have
pod.
to like, yeah, send it to yourself or send
I
it to
just gotta
Discord.
save it. I just gotta save it. But yeah, when you say drop kick, you say drop kick like it's a very common term. I've never heard drop kick referred to a golf
there's a
shot
lot of
ever.
things you've never heard, bro.
Nobody says it. When you say drop kick, it makes me think you were trying to like drop the ball and hit it.
How to stop drop kicking your drives. The drop kick is when the driver hits the ground and bounces into the teed up ball. It's a phrase, bro. Granted, I was like,
Yeah,
I
I
don't know.
didn't. I just noticed the pop. The like the faces popped out.
No, the
The-
face is fine. That's like the top of the head.
All right, guys. Let's see what Guap is working with here. You zoom in. I can't zoom in. Wow. See, it looked like right here it was popped out, but no, you're right. It's just like half the end is popped
Yeah,
out.
it's a clean cut.
You know what I'm thinking is what happens because like this is like your third or fourth TaylorMade.
They're just ass. There's nothing else to think other than
Well,
that they just.
because it doesn't happen to the pro. Like Rory used a TaylorMade driver for a while, but what I think
Oh,
is
these
happening.
ones are being built with different shit for sure. Like they're
Yeah,
pretty.
that's
Yeah.
what I was getting at. Well, like the ones they're sending you are possibly ones
Oh
they've
yeah,
gotten
that's what
returned that they fixed.
that's what my buddy was saying too. He's like, yeah, they're like just the ones they're sending you aren't going to be like top, you know.
Mm.
Because that's what he told me. Like he's TaylorMade, or I don't know if he's still with them, but that's how I got my irons was through him because he had he's like a TaylorMade ambassador or whatever the fuck they call him. He's basically a rep, and he gets like $2,500 a year in TaylorMade money, or every 2 years, or I don't know. But he had it. And it was just sitting. I was like, hey, just buy me irons. I'll pay you. Like you could just turn that money into cash. Because he has like 790s, or he has pretty new irons. Like he wasn't going to do anything, so he did. The irons are fine. I've been a dumbass and just left them in my trunk, and it's been like hot. And the glue.
Did I tell you about a couple weeks ago?
Glue came off. No, what happened?
Well, yeah, somebody I was hitting my shot or whatever. The guy I'm playing with, they're friends. They're off in the fairway. They hit their shot. And we like go up to the green. He's like, "Yeah, my club head my 7-iron just flew off," and I immediately was like, "You keep your clubs in your car?"
Yeah.
He's like, "How'd you know?"
Yeah. How do you know? Because I know another fucking dumbass that does that same thing. Some lazy asshole.
Yeah, I'm like, that's why I don't keep mine. Well, I like honestly, if that didn't happen to you, I probably would be keeping my clubs in my car because I'm like, every time I think about taking them out, I'm like, I'm just having to put these back in tomorrow.
Yeah, exactly. I used to leave them in like my old ones and never did that. I would leave them in there. It's like 100 degrees in the summer. So I don't know. It's just luck of the draw with certain shit. Those like I've already ordered the TSR3. I didn't like get fit. I just was like have them cut it down to 44 3/4.
That's good that they're cutting it
Give
down.
me X stiff. My buddy actually asked me when he was ordering it.
Mm-hmm.
He was ordering it from the old course I used to work at. He was like, "Do you want TX?" And I was like, "Is that tour stiff?" He's like, "Yeah." And I was like,
"Damn, you went tour stiff? I will know."
No, I didn't.
It's
I was
really,
like,
I guess like the stiffness doesn't matter too much. It'll make the head feel a little bit lighter. But it's like
I like X stiff. I think X stiff's cool in that length, especially if they tip it too. Maybe that will be a little different. Cut it down an inch for me.
How do you know which way they're gonna cut it?
I don't know.
I'm sure it comes off. I don't know.
I think when you get it from them, they do it. Yeah, because it's easier to cut the shaft with no pieces on. Then you could glue that piece that you twist your driver onto. You know what I'm saying? So, and I still have. So I but it's just a pain in the ass because
Now you're
I'm gonna
driverless again.
I'm driverless. I'm gonna get a decent deal on this driver. He's saying it might come in by the end of the week. I was like, probably 2 weeks.
I mean,
But
you
you
didn't
know,
golf for 2 weeks before
yeah.
going and breaking it.
I'm like, I honestly, and then I was like, why did I even buy a new driver? I should just stop golfing. Like,
And that's why
like,
I was like, like that day I shot allegedly the 79, after the
hmm
first 3 holes when I was 5 over or whatever, I was like, yeah, you can. I was telling the people I was playing with, I was like, yeah, you can practice all you want, and it's still not going to do anything. Golf sucks. And then I just go
you're just
off afterwards.
you're just
Uh,
discouraging some kids. You're just upset.
and they were like my age. I was like, yeah, you can practice all you want. It's hard to to notice results because you can only really get the results when you're playing the course. Like, yeah, you can kind of feel the difference, but until you start noticing those lower scores, it's kind of just moot, as far as the you notice things like you peer it more often on the range and so forth. But like
Yeah,
I'll get
but I
pissed.
mean,
I get pissed on the range if I fucking duff it. Like fuck. Can't be doing
oh,
that
I
shit.
I, I
Unless
just
like I know I'm over exaggerating something I'm working on, then I'm
I went to the range this week too. I wonder if it's like pounding range balls on the driver as well. That like probably doesn't help.
as long as you're making sure that the range balls aren't scuffed or like cracked, I'm sure
Yeah,
it's
I normally
fine.
grab a newer one, but like,
Yeah.
I mean, my swing speed and just raw
You're probably
power.
just I don't know. I don't know. That's a weird place for that thing to break.
It was just raw power, bro. I just have raw power. I don't know what else to say. No, I
I
wasn't
don't
even
know
hitting that
either.
far.
I
I
don't
think
even know how
keto's
you
making
hit
me
your
not
what you hit
hit
your
the
8 iron
ball.
farther than Wyndham Clark. Like fuck you.
No, I started shortening the swing down because I was at the range. It probably like no, how far does Wyndham hit it? Like 180,
He,
175?
I think it just depends on the shot they're trying to hit because
Yeah,
sometimes they'll try to
exactly.
hold it up against the wind and fade it versus hitting a giant draw
Yeah.
where they're expecting it to roll out.
Have you ever
They're
seen like
pretty good.
Kepka? Like they took a photo, like somebody they say it was Kepka's. I don't know, but like it's on Google and it's like his like cheat sheet, yardage sheet, and it has
No,
every club, and then he has three different distances with every club. Yeah, and then it says like at the top, it's like full, half, 3/4 swing. So yeah, I don't even know. Like I said, I don't even remember what the fuck I shot, bro, this weekend. Like
I
I
wasn't gonna
literally,
ask. Right? Once you said
I
like, yeah, I was
don't even
blackout.
know.
I know those times, and you just stop keeping score.
No, we were keeping score. we we kept score. My
Any
buddy was
races on
wondering.
the 17th fairway?
No, not this time. I think I balled out on the back nine actually.
It's really not that difficult to do. Muscle memory is amazing, especially when you're drunk. You're just like you're just a little more loose. You get after it. You don't really care, and then you still kind of remember how to swing a club. Just hitting a ball off the ground. At the end of the day,
Yeah,
and especially
it's
like the
not even
tees you're
moving.
playing at with the a forgiving driver. It's just like driver wedge. Really not that difficult.
Yeah. I mean, well, when you're hitting like 330-yard drives, you're
With
gonna be
and then
driver
snapping it
wedge.
in half.
Yeah, that's just how much raw power.
And like if you didn't have 200-mile-per-hour swing speed, you probably wouldn't be breaking all these.
Probably. I just need to tone it back. It's like, there's no reason to swing like just hit a drive that goes like 270. Like just I'm gonna like half swing, half like
You just
power.
Guap's cheat sheet, full swing driver, 350, quarter,
No,
three
I
th-
can't even fucking keep
325.
the driver wasn't hurting me. It was still the wedges again. Like, and I even like hit some wedge shots before.
How
But it's
what
like that
distance though?
60, that like TaylorMade 60 is just hot. Just different distances around the green. That's my thing. It's just all touch and feel shots. but it's like
You
if you're
gotta
strong, it's
you gotta
strong. Now you're
you
looking
gotta
at
know
a
the bounce.
15-foot putt. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you can't have loads.
No, like when you're just chipping like off the side of the green,
Yeah, you
like a
need it. You
like
need
a
it within 10
5 yard
feet.
chip.
10 feet. Okay, okay. You're an amateur. Or yeah, 10 feet. You don't gotta get 5 feet.
No,
10
you've got to
feet.
put it
If you're
within 5. You should be.
no, like if you're a professional, yeah. But you're not a
No,
professional.
they're
Try to get it within
professionals
10.
going within like 2 or 3.
It depends on the chip shot.
Wyndham Clark was in like half a foot. Fuck.
Oh, and I know his
And he
short game
won
was
the US
nuts.
Open.
But
Yeah, the
that's why
short
he
game
won it.
just
He was
because he
like
stayed
he was
aggressive with the driver.
97% within 10 feet. He could chip like crazy. And
Rory had
then
looks, and like people are gonna say like
he didn't want
he
it.
didn't no, like he didn't hit, like they're like, oh, you can't putt. I'm like
I mean,
he
people
was
say that
getting
with
like
Scheffler.
15-foot putts all day, and he just
He'd
didn't
burn
drain
them.
any.
Nobody
Yeah,
was
he was
hitting
burning.
any putts. Did you
Yeah,
see like the
exactly. Yeah,
DJ?
nobody.
DJ had it like he was getting close and he
I
couldn't make
think because
any.
that shit dried up. That sun was roasting them for like the last day and a half, and they didn't tee off till fucking. It was like 4 o'clock my time. They teed off, or like
I know.
3.
I liked it. I liked it.
Yeah, 3 o'clock.
On Saturday when
Yeah,
they
hella
got
late
done at
for
like
you.
10:30, and I'm like, this is
Yeah,
awesome. I
yeah.
like it
There
when
was that pace of play Saturday issues, right? I don't know what started, it, but like
probably was Cantley on the
they're like the
course.
USGA is trying to get this under control. Like I was like, what the fuck?
Well, I didn't see that.
Yeah, because I watched it like in the morning. I got up and I was watching it. I didn't tee off. I golfed at like 3:09.
Yeah, you did go late. I was like, man, you're not even gonna watch the featured groups.
Yeah, I didn't. Well,
I
we
so
threw it on the speaker, and I had it playing on my YouTube TV. So like I was keeping track of like the leaders. Like Ricky was
yeah.
kind of floating up there still. I just had a feeling Ricky wasn't gonna.
I told you. I told you that day. I was like,
He's not gonna hold.
Ricky's shooting over par today. And pretty
Yeah.
much everybody did.
I wore an orange shirt Saturday when I golfed too in honor of Ricky. And he came
Damn.
out in the orange on Sunday.
I know with the orange hat.
Yeah, the Puma.
For the fans, he's all about the fans.
It just, I mean, he to keep up that pace, there was just no. He had 18 birdies in 2 rounds. He literally birdied half the holes he played.
But
The first
yeah,
2
you have to think
rounds.
about he was bogeying on.
You're not keep. Yeah, well, he was at 10 under after those 2 rounds. So yeah,
He had a
10
sick up and
bogeys.
down from the Barranca on like third hole. It was like a
Did you hear about like how the tickets were sold? Did
Yeah,
you see any of
I
that?
saw
Like
that too.
apparently
People
they
were
like
complaining about
gave them to members. I need to go down.
the
to this.
members bought it. The members bought them, so
They-
there
they
wouldn't
al-
be people there.
Is that yeah, okay? Yes, and they like allowed him to do that. Or,
Yeah,
I
like
don't know.
4,500 tickets ended up just going into members' pockets, so that they wouldn't have to deal with people.
I was
Allegedly.
talking, or I was talking. I listened to the podcast of the sports guys this morning, and you know that he does the heckling at PGA events, so they've been to events, and he
It's-
even said he was like the crowd. It was just weirder. He was like people like so he was like people would cheer, and sometimes they wouldn't. He's like I would literally watch Fowler hit like one of those deep putts, and like people were just like clapping.
Well, and then at the same time, the one or two loud people in the crowd, their voice is gonna be heard.
Oh yeah, do you see when he is like, "What are you doing?" to Fowler?
And he's just like-
Fowler, yeah, like
Did you see the DJ? DJ hits a
This
shit
is-
drive, and the guy's like, "Let it snow."
oh yeah, yeah. Was that at this or was that at a?
That was this. That was like
it
the first
this,
round.
Yeah, I remember I saw that on IG.
Yeah, especially in the middle of the most populated city in freaking America, like those things should be filled with people. And honestly,
Yeah, it's because that course is like
They were
it's so
saying-
pretentious.
they were saying Rory, it was like an advantage for Rory because he gets such big galleries that like not having him now, he was like able to focus in more.
I don't like maybe
There's a lot of weird narratives
with
going
that.
on.
I'm like, that's like, bro, these guys are used to playing with crowds. Like Rory just, I mean, this is what he, this is literally what he did. It felt so similar I had deja vu watching this similar to the Open last year, the British. Like Cam Smith just made a couple putts that day and stayed up.
Yeah.
Actually, did he ball out that day or was it the day before? And like Rory, just like every lip was just burning edge. So
Mhm.
maybe it means like he's gonna start making them sooner or later.
Or it's just maybe that's the rub of the green, or he just can't handle the pressure.
But you know it's in his head. We saw it earlier this year. He switched to the blade, and now he's back with the spider. And he actually put it well with the in that it was match play, but still. Remember? Wasn't he using a blade for that?
The match play, he was
Yeah.
using a blade.
And that Saturday he went off. And then it's just he has a Sunday woes, bro. Something's going on with if
How
he
about
makes one of
Fleetwood?
those putts, they go to a playoff.
Or what about the conspiracy of Wyndham Clark's ball moving when he like grounded his club and like this
No,
the
they
first
say it
hole?
oscillated, right?
I didn't see it. When I
Yeah,
was
so
watching
like
the video, I couldn't see anything.
I saw it live, and I actually remember I was like, huh, that ball kind of moved. But I was like, in my mind, it's like that shouldn't to me, that's not a penalty, bro. Like, take that shit out of golf.
Right.
Like,
Honestly, divots in the
unless you
fairway.
tapped it and then it like rolled like like half a foot, then I would say, okay, that's like maybe even a stroke, maybe not because it's unintentional. But like if
Right.
you're like I don't know,
No, I
it's
know
like
what you're saying.
rough. But so apparently the rule is when it because you know how you kind of sit on that fluffy rough sometimes, put your ball behind it, sitting up. There's a lot of fluff under there because I saw it on Twitter actually because I was like, oh shit, somebody called this out. And Dan Rappaport, he's like the Barstool guy. He
Yeah.
was like, no, it oscillated. So it basically just like moved in its same spot,
It
then came
moved and
back.
then went back.
Yeah, like it didn't like roll around on the ground. It just like literally moved because the grass moved. And that's actually part of the rule. Somebody like cited a rule in there. I didn't like start to dive into the rule book, but you know, people on Twitter will fucking do shit like that.
They honestly need to create a rule that if your drive is on the fairway and it rolls into a divot, like free drop.
I'm if you that one I still because it's kind of like play it as it lies. That takes away from playing as it lies to me a little bit. Like it does, it like it sucks, but that's why golf's like literally the hardest sport in the fucking world, hardest game. But like a little shit like that, like all right, your ball's sitting there, you walk up and then it just moves. Like you get a penalty because you put like if like when it happens to me, yeah, I want that rule to be changed. But you know, like I hit off
Yeah.
shit lies all the time. I mean, you know, you can find a man-made dirt grass
You
that
mean a car path or a
man-made
ground under
you
repair?
you could see no stakes and say it's ground under repair, you know? We could just do that.
It was ground under repair. There needed to be a ground under that ground needed to be repaired. We could agree on that.
Um, yeah, we just
Um,
play it as it lies.
yeah. Unfortunately, I was not able to get out this weekend. I did legs on
Really?
Thursday and I couldn't
Damn,
walk.
you're that
Yeah.
soft?
No, I just go.
You
When I'm at the
overdid it, bro.
gym, I go ham. I guess I did overdo it, but I was doing lighter weights than what I usually did.
But still, you probably like went over reps. Either that or you need to like give
Then after I
yours
went in and tried to get a range session in,
oh, you're high. You probably were hitting the ball
and
like
then
shit.
like I literally I just left half a bucket there because I was like I can't hit another.
I hit like probably 200 balls on Wednesday. Yeah, I went out there and like I saw like everybody at the fucking range. My buddy, he saw me in the parking lot. We walk up. I see the guy who runs those tournaments I play in. Bruh. And then my buddy Zach, who ordered the driver for me, was at the range. So like, and then everybody like these old guys could come by. They're like, "You want balls?" And I'm just like, it was like a little bucket, you know, like probably 20, 30 balls in there. That happened twice.
Yeah,
So
yeah, you can
I
get.
hit a bunch of balls. But it's so bro. Like, how many people are on the range when you go?
It depends. Like today, there was maybe 2 other people, but
No
sometimes
way.
there's like
Well,
8
okay,
or 9.
midday, but do you ever go in the afternoon?
No,
Like
I
Saturday this
work.
weekend, what time did you go? Oh, you
Again,
didn't.
you didn't let me finish my story. I didn't go at all this weekend because
Oh, okay.
I couldn't walk on Friday. Couldn't walk Saturday. I was like, maybe Sunday.
But you said
Nope.
you got in a range session that same day you worked out.
I did. I got a rain session on Thursday. But there wasn't. I mean, there was maybe 10 people on the range. Then Monday still hurt. Like they were just still like you could feel the soreness. But today I was able to get out. I
I was
still
sore.
feel it a little bit in my legs.
I was sore from hitting those balls.
But no,
That many balls.
honestly, what you should do, it's actually not the worst thing in the world to be sore, like sore from lifting weights. Because then like you feel your body more. You feel like what muscles you're actually moving. And you kind of become more conscious versus when they're not sore and they're just moving normally. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You kind of get
You
your
feel that muscle you
technicals.
worked.
Exactly.
Yeah. But I would argue you
Pain.
want to feel less
Well, I'm saying
in
for
the
practice
swing.
wise,
Yeah.
to like get your mechanics down. In a round, you don't want to be sore, obviously.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying to like get your swing down, maybe because I just felt different. And I'm doing something. I've been doing something more. I have like a super strong grip now, which I realized it was just like moving, just like the way I gripped it, like having my.
Hold on. Are you sure? Do you know the difference between strong and weak?
I don't know. Is it your right arm, your left arm?
No, it's just both. Both. Both hands. A strong. Welcome to lessons with Guap. So both hands. I'm not even gonna have the angle, but if they're both hands are to the right, if you got them going different, maybe some people might do that. But if like if the left hand's more on the right of the club, like your hand wraps around more, and then
Uh
your
huh.
right hand falls down below like the club, and it's on the right side, that is a strong grip.
Wait,
Weak.
so your right? Where's your right thumb? Your right
Everything's
thumb.
going to the right. Your thumb doesn't really it's like how you're
Your
kinda
thumb
holding
will
it.
be in the same spot.
Yeah, your thumb will technically be in the same spot. You can move like, look, you can rotate your hand, your thumb's
I
basically in the
know, and
same.
that's what I was kind of doing. Well,
Then weak is the other way.
your left
Weak is
thumb,
like you can't close the club face.
and I don't know. Well, I can hit draws with it. Remember, I was hitting draws with a super weak grip with my irons.
That means you're just turning over hella or some other hoop, like
Who
you're
knows?
going over the
I
top.
don't
Then
know
maybe
what
was
was
it with the
going.
elbow thing?
No, I'm talking
But how
about.
weak was your grip? That's what I'm saying.
It
You
was
need to
pretty
show
weak. It's pretty
angle
weak.
straight on too.
Oh yeah,
Can you see these 2 knuckles on your left hand? Your index and then your
yeah.
middle finger. Then that's like that's the marquee. That's what they say. You want to see these 2 knuckles, and then with this right hand, the V at your here
I want it to go up.
to your shoulder, yeah.
Yeah, I've
So
watched.
you were way left.
I yeah, I had a super weak grip, and then I don't know, by strengthening my grip, all of a
Weak.
sudden like my shoulder is in a different spot.
Yep.
And then now my right elbow is more tucked. So I can compress it. And I feel like I was looking at the video that I sent or that you sent your boy, and then I was looking at the one from today. It seems a little bit better. You can see like my elbows actually I'm getting out of the way, but I don't know. Too bad. Too bad Discord didn't let me upload it. But it was a decent angle too.
It's so hard to just get the same feel, like
But I like the
when you're
mhm.
striping it, like get that same. Because I did some the other day. It was just like where I was angling my hands, and like it
Yeah.
was causing me to just. It was just
I was standing up more
bad.
upright and a little bit less knee bend. And I was just like it felt the when I was hitting it when I was puring it, I just felt like I was really hitting the center of the club face.
Nice. Yeah, because you probably just have better timing by doing that too. Better, like you said, you're tucking in that right elbow. It was so funny too at the beginning of our round. There's like this little kid, and he's like with his mom and his little sister. And I seen him like on the putting green, and like we only had three. And so they paired up this kid. He's like 7 or 8. I don't know. He was like 10, I think. They paired him up with us, and we're like, "What?" We're like, "Bro, like we're telling the starter, we're like, bro, you don't want him to play with us because like his mom wasn't even around on the first tee. We're like, we're teeing up at the tips, right? My buddy barely hits it. Like I just pumped it like way right, and I was like, oh fuck, like I already started off shitty. And then the kid gets up and he just pipes it. It's like like perfect little just kid swing, pipes it. Like he teed off from like the Reds too. We are like, what the hell? And then I look and like he teed it back up because he's like super junior, so they don't even tee off from the tees. They
Mhm.
tee off hell. So he's like tees it up in the middle of the fairway, pipes it again. It's a par five. And I'm fucking like over here in the shit. Can't even find my. I'm like, this kid's. I was like, we can't play with this kid because my ego is going to be fucking destroyed by the end of the round. And needless to say, he parred the hole. Like, and
Damn.
then like I guess like the marshal came up. He's like, hey, we'll just let him play behind you guys because he's like a +1 handicap for his age or some shit. And the mom like was like, yeah, we just want to play like multiple balls. So like he was just practicing. It's like a
Damn.
prodigy. Yeah. And I was just like, I was out of it after that. I was like, this kid, why do I even play this fucking kid? He's fucking 10 years
So
old.
did
And
he? Was his short game pretty good too?
yeah, he like, because he hit the drive, teed it back up fairway, hit it again. So he was like 100 some yards out. And he fucking, um, fucking stroke. Like me and my buddy were like, whoa. We're like, oh shit, this kid, because it was probably like a 100-yard shot. Like he got it up there. And so he chipped it up for 4. And he chipped it like right next to the hole, and he just walked up, boom, put it right in.
Did he have a
Like it was
sick set of
nothing.
clubs?
I didn't really notice. Like he just had clubs. um, but yeah. So that was like he first hole because then we were like we were going out. We'll just wait for him if he was gonna hit it,
Yeah.
because we're playing the tips like assholes.
He's like, yeah, I probably shoot better than you. The tips. Damn. And then wait, so the
Probably.
starter came out after the first hole and he was like, yeah, he'll play
Yeah,
behind you.
because we were telling him like, bro, we're gonna be drinking like fucking off. Like, can't just have this 10-year-old kid with a bunch of grown men, like,
Yeah. And
I
you're
don't
like
know.
cussing and stuff.
Yeah, exactly. Like, I don't think we're the best influences. It's like smoking joints and shit. Like,
You like
it's
passing
just,
it to the 10-year-old.
yeah, this little kid's
You
like,
ever
just
smoke
fuck
weed
his
before?
career's, yeah. It's
What
like,
are
don't
you?
do it, kid. You're
Don't be
gonna
a
go to the
square, bro. Don't
PGA.
be a square. You're like,
No, I'd be like, you go to the PGA.
you heard it here first. Guap tries to influence younger kids to smoke weed.
No, no. Um,
Nah,
but
but
any and go for it.
at least they let him play behind you after you guys took a dump on the fairway. And they
Yeah.
were like, yeah, with these guys pooping out in
Second
public.
hole, I took a dump too. I took a 9 on the first hole,
Damn,
and then I
par
went
five.
double, and then I went par.
So like
But
you're gonna keep going until you get to the point where you can't remember it.
that's about where it ends.
Damn.
Yeah, we were in deep. Well, it's that
Damn.
keto shit, bro. Like I'm not like
Are
I'm
you
not
doing
eating
keto?
as much. Well, I don't like to tell people keto, or I'll say it to you, but
You don't tell I say people.
no, I just say low carb.
I've been doing keto long enough where I'm just like, yep, keto. And a lot of people are like, what is that? Just like you don't eat bread or
Yeah,
sugar.
they're like, "Is that paleo?" You're like, "No, if that was paleo, I wouldn't have said keto."
So you like
You know?
vegetarian? You'll get like vegetarian
Yeah, yeah.
sometimes. Then you're
Like,
like,
no, you
no,
eat fat.
you just kind of just like you don't eat bread and sugar. And if you think about it, that's literally in everything. So it's kind of tough.
Yeah. So I'm just saying low carb because I still like, I don't know. Um,
I mean, I'm cheat days.
yeah, like I've been doing like what you do, like Sunday I have cheat day. So
Yeah, that's good. You
I
gotta
had
stay
pizza.
sane.
But you know what I heard? Don't do cheat days right when you started your
Mm.
diet. Don't
I
do it
mean,
right
I was
away.
doing it
So I
once every
might
2 weeks when I first started it.
yeah, so like this but then everyone says like you need like if you like, you need a cheat day. There's nothing wrong with a cheat day,
It almost
right?
like helps you.
Exactly. That's why it's
Like
just
you'll
the
have more energy.
psychology of it. I'm not craving like carbs and shit. Like I haven't even been eating fast food or nothing. So I
Bro,
haven't been
like
craving
weight.
that shit. But I just with the eating once a day, I crave a little bit of like snacks. Like I'll take some nuts.
Dude, get some like flavored almonds. That got me through it for sure. Like the
Yeah.
smokehouse ones. Or like I just got some ghost pepper ones that are really good. Almonds are expensive though. But yeah,
Um,
I like
they
some
are.
almonds. You just gotta be careful with it, especially just like snacking all day, because you're not really supposed to do that. Also,
No,
like
exactly. That's why I
I've
don't like to do it.
I really only noticed cravings for like carbs. It's like the day after a cheat day. Your body will be like, "Hey, remember that stuff we had yesterday? Like, what the
Yeah,
hell?"
they're like, yeah,
It's
like
weird. And
get
like
some of that
once it
energy.
happens a few times, you're like, "This is how people are like addicted to McDonald's and because
Yeah.
like you'll get that feeling. It's like, hey, why don't we just go get that stuff we had the other day? Body's
Yeah.
like, I want some more carbs. That was good.
Um, you done? I think I asked you cold plunge or thought of it
I've taken cold shower. I've tried to do a cold plunge before. It just caught a cold. It was literally. Remember when I went out to
on what?
Remember when I went out to San Francisco?
Yeah.
So like that's dead winter. And now in Texas, it's still pretty cold. And I'm like, I was hearing about the cold plunges. I was in decent shape, working out a lot. So I
Yeah.
just
So
go
what'd
and
you do?
jumped in my pool.
You what?
I just went and jumped in pool and sat in there for 30 seconds. But
Oh
like
shit!
I think
How cold was it?
it was cold. But it wasn't until like afterward. I don't know what happened, but like
Maybe.
I should
I'm
have
not doing that cold. I've
I think I
been
didn't
and I
shower
don't
afterward.
do it every day. Yeah, I've been doing cold showers.
Cold
They
showers.
actually feel hella good. Actually,
Yeah,
it's
that
kind of
initial
weird.
shock when you get in.
And then
The
like you
Wim
get used
Hof.
to it, and then like
You ever listen to Wim Hof talk?
uh
He's the crazy dude that like he like swam he has like the world record for swimming in the Antarctic. And
Jesus
like
Christ.
he had to swim the last I forget how long. He had to like swim the last bit blind because like his pupils actually like froze shut. Like his pupils froze.
What?
Yeah.
Okay, that's nuts.
He does these like crazy breathing exercises. You should check him out. He's on a bunch of different podcasts. Just Wim Hof. He's like the master of that shit. He's always spreading cold plunges and cold showers.
I just got it from just like the Joe Rogan, and then
So
he was
yeah, he
like,
was on Joe Rogan. That's how
was
Joe
he?
Rogan like yeah, let's watch that episode. I'm sure he's been
Wait,
on there
who?
multiple
You
times.
have to like text me.
Wim. I'll just put it just Wim Hof.
Um, no, I watched like, but like he has multiple guests that talk about it. It's like all that shit becomes
Oh yeah.
fads. Like it's crazy.
Well,
Anything
that's the
that goes
thing.
on his podcast becomes like a
I was
thing.
almost gonna say that to you because when you were like, it's funny how you were like, keto's not even good for you, and then I kind of told you the positives of it. I'm surprised you're doing it because it seems like you're always shitting on it. Anyways,
No, like I just like I because everyone like I know people just like look up the positives. Like I looked up negatives. There is like
yeah,
negatives to
that's
it.
what I was
You
about
could
to
get
get out. So
yeah.
like, I watched so many podcasts on Joe Rogan.
That's why I'm just
Like,
saying it's low carb for me.
mm,
Like I don't like people weren't meant to like eat fucking sandwiches at lunch and then have like fries or potatoes and like
exactly.
at dinner. I
You
think
just
it's just
don't
too
need
much
you
carbs.
don't need all that carb. You don't need all that energy.
Yeah. What do you do for bread? Do you even eat bread?
Oh, like hamburgers. I just eat without the bun. Put some lettuce. I like shred up some lettuce, put it on there, either barbecue sauce or ranch. Get some bacon, cheese. Like honestly, sometimes like with hamburgers, I'll just throw a couple avocados and just eat it with that. But yeah, you just don't have bread with that. I mean, hot dogs, you do the same thing, just onions and mustard. Boom. Then chicken, like I just eat it with salad. What else? That's pretty much it. Hamburger, hot dog. I'll like get pulled pork from Costco. That stuff's pretty good. You just gotta like season it right.
Yeah.
Sometimes it doesn't. Sometimes it's all I don't know. And then I have these
Would
frozen like cheesesteaks that are good.
hmm.
But again, just like yeah, no, you just eat it with a fork.
Yeah, 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 yeah. You just don't put bread. Just
Yep.
have
But yeah,
broccoli or
being in ketosis, like having ketones in your blood, there's a bunch of positives for that. But there'll always be the argument as far as what's better, like high carb, low fat, or vice versa, low carb, high fat. You just got to make sure you're eating good fats too.
yeah.
Like avocados are good fat, butter not a good fat, but it's still fat. It's not terrible for you.
Well, then they also say like it's not easy to keep your body in ketosis. Like,
Oh, it's really easy. Once you're in ketosis, like it's awesome.
but it was that other doctor chick that was on Joe Rogan. She's been on there a bunch.
Dr. Rhonda Patrick.
Yeah, so she was in doing it, and yeah, she was actually like drawing her blood to see,
Ooh, yeah, that's intense. Or
and she
like those
was
test
like, "Yeah,
strips.
I'm not." She's saying she it would get into it, but it was hard. Like she was putting butter in her coffee. But I also think it's like she probably just didn't have a lot of fat on her.
And just well
Like
that
me, like if I just don't eat carbs, like it probably just start eating fat because I'm so fucking fat.
uh,
I've been losing weight, just eating less. Like that's all it is. It's
yeah,
just
you don't even
discipline
have
to
to work
fucking
out.
eat
When I
less.
lost initially like 40 pounds, I wasn't even working out. I was just watching what I ate. And then I
I'm
started working out
I'm
after
jogging. I'm
once
doing like
I
running
got
shit.
like too skinny. I was like, I actually need to put on some weight. So
Yeah.
I started working out. And honestly, when I went through a month without working out, um, and I lost like 20 pounds. And within like the last week, I've already put on like five more. Cause then like I'm just more I have
That's
more
what
of
I'm
an
saying.
appetite.
How do you feel like when you ever work out after you have a cheat day?
Oh yeah, those are the best. I always try to do that.
Yeah, so like it's harder to work out when you're on keto.
Oh
Like if you're
yeah.
like say it's not your cheat day. You feel it? Do you feel it? I
Coming
don't
like
know it yet. Like
I start on
today,
like Friday, I start getting kind of irritable. I've noticed that. I'm like, why am I so irritated? I think it's just like I start to get run
well, it
down.
could be like sleep and all that too.
Yeah, especially because I try to get so much done when I'm working that I wake up super early to try to go to the range and stuff.
Yeah, you gotta get sleep.
Gotta get sleep.
I've been
But
trying to be better about it, but I still fuck up.
yeah, it's
Um,
tough. It's tough.
yeah, it's tough. No, the health thing has been
So how long have you been trying keto this time
two,
around?
three, 2, 3 weeks.
Nice.
It's a lot easier because like I said, I live with Rick and his wife wants to
Oh
do
yeah.
it. So they're all in it, and they kind of like I'm kind of like it's like a challenge now at
Well,
the
like,
point. Like
and
it's
it's
like who's
cool
gonna break?
because like they're not bringing home pizzas and like, hey, you want a
Yeah,
pizza?
exactly. Yeah, we're all on the same thing. It's like literally we're just making like you said, chicken, like broccoli yesterday. Um, she actually made one day like these jalapeno poppers.
Oh yeah,
Um,
those are the best.
yeah, I mean that's keto. It's just
It's
bacon.
keto, but like
Yeah,
the foods that are good, they're still like
it's just
again,
fat.
there's good fat and bad fat.
Yeah, yeah.
Bad
But I'm
fats
saying
are
that's
like
like the only day we've had that. And then like Rick made tri-tip one day. He just got like a smoker. It's like a Traeger type deal.
mhm.
Um, yeah.
Oh yeah, you got to get out there grilling. I'm so good at grilling because of keto. I've been cooking
You
I don't have a grill here though.
yeah, I was gonna say where you put it on your little right outside your door. Or
They
you have
wouldn't
your
allow it.
little
They wouldn't allow it.
really they don't? Like even a
Yeah,
small one?
they
Probably the
don't allow
smell.
anybody. No, like the flames or something. I don't
Yeah.
know.
Yeah.
Fire ordinance.
I mean that building's brick, but still.
But yeah, you learn how to cook. Um, I'm if Have you also noticed like you're not so exhausted after meals? You know how you just want to eat and then fall asleep. You don't really get that
Yeah, that's
crash
true.
when
Yeah.
your blood sugar isn't rising and dropping. It's
What's
kind of
helping me if I get a okay night of sleep and then I'm like I said, I stay fasted all the way through lunch.
oh yeah.
Before I'd be like driving home, I'd be like falling asleep. Like now it's not like tomorrow we'll see. It shouldn't be that bad. Um, but yeah, it's just trying to
You
get
notice how
healthy.
you're not as hungry, or like when you get hungry, it's not as like dire need to eat. You don't get
Yeah,
to like
it's more of
I'm
me just trying to
starving.
like it's more of me just like fighting habit because la- like last week or 2 weeks ago, I was like, okay, you're eating one fucking meal, and like I was just drinking water, had my black coffee,
Oh
right?
yeah, that's
And
how you
so
get
like
through the day.
that gets me through the morning. I get get it drive because it's just 2 days a week that I'm driving. So normally I just get it and come back here and then drinking water. You know what they say too, that yerba mate is hella good. I was drinking those before just because they taste good, but like actual leaf and it suppresses
Oh,
like
they're
your
like
but like
super caffeinated too, right?
yeah, they actually have those like yellow cans. They actually have hella sugar in them too. It's like 30 grams of sugar. Um, but yeah, I don't get tired. That just helps me not get tired. But it was like that third or fourth day when I was doing this. Like I woke up and I remember I was like, "Damn, I'm hungry." Like I felt hungry, and I just toughed it out. And I still did my work. I think I wonder how what the effect is like running or working out fasted.
Running, you're supposed to run fasted because it'll just burn a
Really,
bunch of fat. Oh yeah,
that's what I've been
like
doing.
yeah, that's what you're supposed to do. Working out, I think it's more about getting the protein in right afterwards.
Yeah.
But I don't. You're just gonna have less energy when you go to
No,
sleep.
that was like the old school thing, but then like now what they say is like protein sometime in the morning is pretty good because you're still like but I've been taking like today I just bought a thing of whey protein or I've had it so
I mean,
every
that
time I
would be good.
run
Like
just
right
one scoop.
after.
Yeah, that's all I do.
I take pre workout. I think it has some carbs in it.
I don't do pre-workout. Although today I was like I had to motivate myself because like I was gonna run more today. So I was like, you gotta just do it.
You just gotta start doing it because then like
Yeah, I just gotta do it. So I did it. It's way too it's gonna suck when I go back to the office because I gotta either do it first thing in the morning or when I get home, you know?
what run.
Yeah.
It's so difficult sometimes, especially when you just can't give in to the little voice saying don't do it. Because then once you
I
do it,
know.
you'll just like start letting it
You're
control
like,
you.
"I'm a bitch."
Yeah,
Um,
sometimes it's like real tough to go to the gym.
yeah. Well, there's our little health tangent. We might bump back into it, but I wanted to ask you what other takeaways from the open? We covered a lot, but it
Mm,
was I mean, that's our turf's major and your buddy, like you said, you praised him. He's had a good year. Woodham Clark has had a good year.
oh yeah, yeah. And I mean, I'm mad I didn't bet on him. I did bet on him a couple weeks, or I bet on him at the elevated event that he got cut at, or was it a different event? Got cut somewhere.
It was like I think it was like a couple events
No, he got
before the Honda.
no,
Like,
no, he got cut at the major. He got cut at the PGA Championship. That's why I didn't like him
wow.
this week.
Yeah, yeah. It was like,
Because I was like, he's just not
really?
going to show up for
No,
majors.
no one was picking him. You know, it's
Yeah,
one
he
of
was like
those.
70 to 1. He's 50 to 1 this week, but he's like doing a tour of America right now.
Uh,
He was on Good Morning America this morning.
yeah, like I didn't play him. I don't. I think I maybe played him in one lineup.
Oh, I
Like
had him in four. I
I
had
don't
him a
know.
lot. I was what made me mad is I only had like a few Ricky Clark lineups, and that was what you needed.
No, I'm saying for this week, would you play Woodham Clark?
Oh, like I kind of have to in my
And it's like you
um.
said, he's been traveling. He's doing like he's not thinking about golf right now.
That's what the narrative could be. Is
Yeah,
like, what's the chance he's just going to shoot under par on Thursday after just winning the Open? But you also have to think another argument with that is like think about all the people that were in contention and were just stressed out. Think about like maybe they don't show up, maybe they don't have as much fire as they did at the major because they're like kind of disappointed. They put in all that work, and
Yeah,
that's really
no,
just
that's a narrative for
Scotty,
sure.
Ricky.
Yeah, what's your takeaway with Scotty this week or last week?
So yeah, I mean,
Your boy.
let's
No,
Scotty. I
would
mean,
you?
Scott. That's just Scotty being Scotty. It's par for the course. That's what I'm saying. Like his last finishes have just been. It's like top 3 the last 3 weeks. It's just he's always in the mix. He's always like just top 5. Let's see.
Yeah, I mean, he's been
Scotty
number 1.
3. He got third, tied for third, tied for second, 5th.
Yeah, no, he's on a tear. He just, I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if he won this week just because of that he just hasn't won in a while.
He just
He's been,
his swing is just pure. Like I don't know how to describe it.
and I don't know how he does it with his feet like that too.
Does he hit his irons like that? Does his feet move like that with his
Kinda,
irons?
a little bit.
I don't think as much because he's not like
No, he's not killing it. But it's so weird. But hey, whatever works. It's not a.
You think he just like sat in front of a freaking simulator all day and just saw like tried different things to try to get the miles per hour. He just like just to try to get the highest swing speed, and then he just went with it.
I don't. It's yeah, or like I wonder if that's how he swung when he was like a kid or younger. Like,
With
did
the
he
feet
have that?
moving.
Yeah, like was that part
I
of him?
wonder. Like in college, was he doing that shit?
I mean, they say he was like the junior in where you live now, the Dallas, like Texas area. He was like junior champ, like won every tournament as a junior, right?
Yeah, and like that last year. Last year, it just was when everything started, right? When he just started going off. They were like once
So
he started
the
winning.
year before, the year before he started balling out, but he just hadn't won yet. But it was still like no one really knew. Like people in the golf world knew. I just remember seeing him on the leaderboard a little bit. Then he started winning, and then in the Masters, everyone's like, "Yeah, he's already won like what 2, 3 times. Like he his first win, he's already won again since then. That he won the Masters.
That's kind of like what Wyndham Park is doing. Maybe not. I mean, he won an Elevate event and then he won the freaking
2 wins this year. That's big. I mean, getting 2 PGA Tour wins in a year, it's nuts. I think Fleetwood balled out that Sunday.
Fleetwood balled out Saturday and Sunday.
Yeah. And he was just in it in that tournament before in the playoff. So I think he's playing hot right now. I like him this week. But yeah, there could be easy fall off. But like I said, he kind of wasn't in he had an earlier tee time, and they're all like, yeah, how he's in like fucking 4th place because he just brought himself back to like 600 or some shit.
Yeah, that was crazy. Like what he did. I was trying to see this, but I'm pretty sure it was the last.
A couple other guys had like decent Sundays too, like Cantley, Morikawa. They ended up being like all finishing like top 20, top 15, I think.
I know, like Morikawa had a week. You think he's back?
I wouldn't say that, but like they said, so he's tied for 14th, finished at 2 under. I think I just read it brief in an article, like his strokes gained on like iron play is still nuts.
Right? Oh yeah,
his
shots gained approach. He has like the best one on the PGA Tour.
Schauffele, he started off with that 62, and then
how about Siwoo Kim?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Well, no. Let's talk about
Tom
Schauffele.
Kim.
Let's talk about and Tom Kim. Well, let's talk about Schauffele real quick. Xander. Did you remember my text when I was just like Xander in all caps? That was on. I'm sure you were golfing at that point.
What did he do?
It was the number 1 on Saturday. It took him 3 shots to get out of the bunker.
Yeah, he folded. He folded. He blew his load that first day.
Saturday.
Um,
It wasn't until Saturday. I mean, he was in the mix till
no, but
Saturday.
like, wasn't it Friday or Thursday? He shot a 62, like
Yeah, that was
tied
Thursday
the lowest score
with Ricky.
in, in a
Imagine
major
going
in the
up.
U.S. Open.
Imagine going up to Ricky and Xander that day and being like, "Hey, 10 under wins this tournament,"
Yeah,
or was it 11?
it was 10. Roy just had to make a putt.
They both went what 1 under the last day. Or they both
And
go even.
they Clark finished even and Rory finished even. So did Scheffler. Let's go. Let's look at our picks. You had Hovland, Scheffler, top 10.
Then Reed winning.
Reed winning.
They all made the cut.
And then I do what you did? Oh no. Oh yeah, I did. This week, all of my guys are in the top 10.
Damn.
DJ, Cam Smith, Shoffley. Cam Smith balled
Smith
out. I was
on the
watching him
last
on
day.
it was him and Matsuyama was on Peacock. So I just watched him. His putter started getting hot.
Bro, what happened to actually, yeah, Cam Smith.
Can you even fathom like shooting? Like Fleetwood went 7 under. Like, can you even fathom doing that, bro? Like,
2 days in a row.
no, just
See if
one
that
day,
was
one magical round.
from like tour tees. Like, no,
There's
no way.
there's absolutely no fucking way, bro. Like, I can't even imagine going 1 under at my local course that I play about fucking 50 times a year. I might need to switch up the putter.
You don't even remember how you putted last time. You just gotta
Wasn't
go
good.
out, bro. You gotta go
Well,
out,
because my buddy
build a
brought the
putting game.
spider.
You have to like do real drills. You have to just like keep trying to hit the ball online. I don't think people practice putting enough or like practice, like
Yeah, the gate drill helped me. I should do the gate
engaged
drill again.
practicing. I don't know how to put it. You're not just out there hitting to a hole. You're out there like trying to fix like where am I hitting the ball in the club face and like trying your best to get it into the middle.
Yeah.
And then making sure like it's when you hit it, it was like starts on line. Like so
I don't
important.
hit it in the middle though. I hit it like towards the toe.
You're not supposed to do that. You don't just accept it. You just
Who
switch
are
your
you? The greatest putting coach ever? Don't tell me what to
I'm
do.
basically
You
speech
hit it
putting
wherever
coach.
you want, bro.
No, you shouldn't do that. You should hit it. You should focus on hitting in the center so you have a consistent contact. Yeah,
Toe, baby.
really. You just like
I
content with
and
towing
it's
your
like
putter.
my otherwise I'm just gonna hammer it every time.
You develop feel or you don't hammer it. You know how you hit a long putt and a short putt? It's the same thing in the center of the club face.
Toe.
Well, oh, that's crazy. Who
I've
taught you
all
that?
well,
Who taught you that?
no one taught me that, but like there's I know this is gonna shock you and you're not gonna believe it, but Google it. The
we're on a
sweet
golf
spot
podcast.
isn't
When we Google it, our
the sweet
podcast gonna come
spot
up though.
is different for certain putters. Not
So
every
you
putter
think
is a
your sweet
center is a
spot
sweet
is
spot.
you think your putter's
No,
sweet spot is on the
no,
toe.
no. I think for the Scotty, the sweet spot's more towards heel. Actually, I think it's inside of center because you just like you could bounce a ball on it, and, like test it. Just do the same little force, try to bounce a ball at different spots in your putter. And so we did that. And my other putter, the sweet spot was little bit slightly towards the toe. I just go a little bit above that center line. I don't even like the line. I don't even like a line on my putter, but they all have them. That spider, I was thinking
Rom
about
doesn't have
switching
one on
to.
his.
Yeah, and you can't even order that. It's like I was looking at it. The Rossi, his Rossi, the Cleveland, or whatever is it? No, not Cleveland.
Callaway. Odyssey.
No, the Odyssey. On the website, they have that putter, but every option has a line on it. But yeah, my old putter, it was just a sweet spot. It was a little favored the toe a little bit, barely.
I don't know. I thought you just want to hit it in the center of the club face.
It's putting, bro. It's just
I think you do.
whatever works.
Yeah, but making sure you started online. You're going back and
Yeah,
through.
that's the main
But
part.
like the thing
I should
is,
do that
when
little
you're
gate
saying you
drill.
toe it, like your line of attack is gonna not be straight back and straight forward. It's gonna be like you're
Why?
gonna go
Why
inside.
wouldn't it?
You're gonna go outside in. You're outside in because that's how you create an arc.
Yeah, you still go straight back, straight forward.
Not if you're hitting on the toe. You're like you kind of have to. I mean, it's like
I'm not taking a full swing with my putter, bro.
still there's a angle of attack where it's coming through.
No, I know. With blades, you should go inside more.
But yeah, so you're just going outside in. If you got in front of the putting mirror and did your normal stroke, you'd definitely be going outside in. And that's what I do too. I think it has something to do with the way your eyes comprehend a line because it's like on the ground and you're standing up. I know
Yeah.
it feels more comfortable, but once you like start trying to hit it in the center,
Maybe I should just start playing a cut with my putter.
sounds like that's what you do, kind of like when you toe it, that's essentially what you're doing. But like, where's your miss when you're missing with the putter?
Just barely. Everyone's just barely miss.
It's just the read. I just fucked up the
This
read.
is yeah, it's the read. Honestly, that's a lot of it.
No, a lot of it's just I think sometimes you blame it on it. Like, how did it go that way? I thought it was going this way because you just didn't hit the ball in line and started out
No.
right. People, I
No,
think people
I hit my
underestimate.
targets.
I think people underestimate putting.
Yeah, no one ever practices it.
Yeah, because
I also
just
practice
going
with the
back and forth.
fucking
It's in a full
spider.
swing. How'd you like the spider?
I like it. It's like it says smaller ass head. Like it's bigger, obviously, because it's a mallet, but it's just small. So I can't really hit it off the toe on that. I'll be really towing it.
I guess with mallets, maybe mallets like the sweet
And
spots.
I just I kind of have a better feel with it. Like that one, yeah, you're taking it straight back, straight through, and it's just. And then I putted with that a little bit, and then I switched back to my putter, and I was like, I can't make a fucking. I was like, bro, what the fuck? Why'd I do that? I was like,
It
warming
was just
up.
like a totally different way it was bouncing off the club face.
Yeah.
Yeah. I would try
I
getting
don't
a
like
gate.
paradise.
I would try getting making a little putting gate with some tees and then making sure then like you make another gate in front of it. You put 2 ball marks and make sure like try to make the ball roll through it. You do that. And then after that, you hit 3 putts. You make one go long, one go short, like 3 feet long, 3 feet short, and then right speed to the hole. And you just keep doing that. That's what I was doing when I was putting. I haven't taken it to the course yet, but that's how I was practicing. I
take
feel
it to the course.
I feel a
Okay.
lot better. But
No,
yeah.
the gate drill. I remember that helped me a lot. I gotta do that.
And then another thing I did, like I would I'd put a ball like 10 feet, 15 feet, 20 feet, 25, 30, 35. You just do that. Like it was only me on the putting green. So I just went all the way back. I'm just hitting range balls on the putting green. I could have like 20 of them.
Just deep as fuck.
But yeah, I'm just like launching these things. But anyways, you're supposed to like do that and then don't like look at the hole and then look down, you know, how you normally putt. But when you hit it, like keep looking down. And like based off the feel, like what do you think it's gonna do? You start like, okay, what did that feel like? And you start getting
I just gotta go hit putts. I just gotta hit putts.
Well, you have to like do it in a conscious way. Don't just go out there and hit putts. You gotta do it in, like you have to be working on something, or else, you know, you're not, and you're just knocking around putts, thinking about freaking Diablo.
No, not when you're like me. You're just the best. I'll like do short putts medium putts, longer putts. Then I'll go back do shorts. What I need to do is just do fucking 3 to 5 feet. Just do that like 100 times.
Well, yeah, you could. I tried that, like the circle drill, where you just put the golf balls
Yeah,
in a circle and run around and hit each one. I did that too.
yeah. I just gotta get more putts. I might try a new putter, but probably not because I just bought a fucking driver. I gotta get that stealth so I can just sell it.
Yeah, that's what you gotta
Hopefully
do.
they'll send me a new one.
Oh, where it's like wrapped.
Yeah, I still have this old shaft too. Like all they have to do is send me the head. Just
Yeah,
send me the head. I'll put it on the shaft. Shaft has a sticker still. I'll just put it
you
on.
you snip the shaft though, right?
No, not this one. I have two. That shaft I
I just
cut is
can't. I
from
just
the
can't. I just can't
original
keep
sim.
up.
Yeah, you can't keep track of all this driver bullshit. I can't even like. I'm gonna go to the range and actually I could just hit putts this week.
Well, at least do it for 30 minutes, an hour. Do those drills I was talking about. Long, short, and just right. The Goldilocks drill.
There'll be some people on there. The Paradise one's not that. I
I
should
mean,
go
well, you
to
don't.
the Sac one,
That
but it's like
was
I don't want to drive to Sac. That's such shitty.
yeah. It's tough finding a good putting green. But yeah, gate
And there's
drill.
probably a shit ton of people at that Sac place too.
Make sure you're hitting it on the center of the club face. Just try it out. See how it feels. There was something I was
I
gonna.
should just do it. I'm too fucking stubborn.
What's a practice putting?
No, hit it in the center.
Oh, you're just too stubborn.
You never heard of people like hitting off the toe to hit it like if they
I've
have a really
seen.
downhill putt?
I've
Like
seen like.
Kepka does it.
Oh, I've never heard of that. Maybe that has some merit to it. But I've seen people
Yeah,
like
there's more. Isn't just like
they
one
go
way to putt.
super they go super outside in. Oh yeah, I'm sure there's a lot of ways to putt. But in general, for us, we should probably just be focused on the fundamentals versus like how to deviate from them because other people will deviate from them.
Spider.
You do you, man. Live your best life. Why don't you just get a you should get the freaking try out those Phantom X's like JT
Fuck, those are
has.
like $500, aren't they? Like $600.
I don't know, but they
They
look
look
sick.
sick. No, they look sick as fuck. Like I'd rock one of those.
That's why they don't even make the flowback anymore because they have those mallets.
Yeah, they just made like a line of mallets.
But like honestly, the flowbacks are sick. And I know Sung J M has I think it's Sung J M. He has
Does
like
he?
a circle T flowback. And
Damn.
I see it, I'm just like, damn, bro.
Something you'll never have.
Oh, not if unless I get on tour.
Yeah.
I'd go get
No,
that
no, not unless Duffy hands you one.
blacked out flowback. How about that Duffy commercial though? Him and freaking Bo Jackson.
Yeah, what the hell?
Yeah. I like saw that. I was like,
Duffy's
wait,
just the
what?
man, bro.
He's like
Duffy's the
Duffy's
man.
like talking to Bo Jackson. He's like, why don't you just buy both?
You
That
should just
was
be
it.
like, you should just tell your prospect, hey, I just want to hit balls with Duffy one day.
I know. I should have just went out.
He
on
probably
the
doesn't even hit
range.
balls anymore.
Probably not after him having back spasms.
Yeah. Or you should
Yeah,
just tell him, be like, I want him to like watch me.
yeah. Tell me what to do.
I bet a bunch of people have asked him that during in his lifetime.
Oh yeah, I'm sure everybody that golfs like, hey, what am I doing wrong here? But I think it's a little bit different when it's like a competent swing. You know, one that drives as much power, distance,
Yeah.
roll. That's all he would say after he sees me hit a drive.
He'd be like, son, I want you to put the club down, sell every one of these
I
clubs.
want you to take that ball and take it to tour on the tour. I hate some of these PGA commercials. Like, fuck. But you should
You're like,
do.
what? I need to grind.
I mean, that's pretty much all he'd probably say. Just hit a bunch of range balls. Because I felt so much.
No, you
Just
need
watch
to
my
do,
game
it's
change
more
so
now.
much.
It's like, yeah, range balls and then you need to be doing that. That's just like bare minimum. But now it's like people are fucking working out. I've been I want to start stretching. I did yesterday. I didn't do it today. I should have. After my run, I was probably warmed up as fuck. But stretching, getting like
Yeah, I
specific
try to
strength
stretch.
training for your swing. Like think about it.
Mm,
Like
yeah,
those guys
that's
are pumping it, bro. They're 330. You need to be 330 off the tee if you're fucking playing at 7,800 yards, 7,600 yards.
yeah.
It's just. And then your
Well,
wedges
like,
need to be dialed. Everything needs to be just everything.
dude, how
You need to
about
be
like what was it,
elite.
hole three at LACC? That like short par four dog leg where people could like hit a 3-wood, 300 yards and be
Hmm.
on the front of the green. Like
Yeah.
everybody wasn't hitting driver because they're like it's gonna go over.
Sick, huh?
Scotty laid up. He hit a iron, and he had a pretty good shot at birdie that hole too.
Like number 6, there was like 3 different lines the players were taking.
Yeah, like they showed it on the TV. I
Yeah,
think
it's
that
like
are
you
we
go
think
left, you go right.
layup left, layup
Uh,
right, pin. Rory just pushes it off to the right. I'm sure he wants that shot back.
wasn't it like what was it like back nine when he um hit into the fescue? He tried to drive the green, or was that the front? And the ball
No,
got like embedded.
that's what I'm talking
Was
about.
that
Oh no,
6?
you're talking about in the bunker.
It was like right above the bunker. Remember?
Yeah, but then there
And
was
they couldn't. They
also
were looking for their ball, and then like they found it, and he got relief
well,
because it was an
like
embedded
when
ball.
Rory hit, the guy zoomed into Scheffler's ball. I was like, I thought that looked like a Pro V1. Does he play the
Who,
X's?
Rory's?
No,
Who,
Scheffler's.
Scheffler?
Because they like when
Probably plays X's.
after Rory hit, they zoomed into the bunker where the ball was, and I didn't see Scheffler hit, so I didn't know there was a ball.
Honestly, I think the two, a slight change, like how I switched and played some Strixons. I think that kind of fucked up my putting a little bit too, because they're just firmer. Like it's just a firmer ball
No,
compared to a
it's
Pro
because
V.
you tow it every time. You don't want to tow it.
You don't know.
I think like it makes it very inconsistent as far as the distance go versus the center of the club. And I think maybe on longer putts, that little bit of difference doesn't matter too much. Maybe that's why Brooks does it. I don't know. I've never heard of that. Towing it on downhill putts.
Well, it's deep. It's like some deep insider trader shit.
It's not.
You wouldn't know.
It's
You wouldn't know about it.
here's
You wouldn't know about. What was I gonna say?
so you like
But
Morikawa this week?
I like Fleetwood. I like Morikawa's okay. I'm not too in love with him. Um, Cantley. He kind of started bouncing back towards the end.
Oh yeah, dude.
Everyone thought he was going to be in it. UCLA kid.
Remember how Kitayama won a event this year?
Yeah.
I guess like people that win those non-elevated events or like get close to it, you can just tell. Like nobody ever really shows up after that. Like Kirk, Cole, they're never at the top of the leaderboard. I guess they just can't compete.
Kirk's been in a few.
Mitchell.
It's just this is what they say. They say like out of the year, you maybe have your A game in golf for like a week or two. Like there's only like a couple week window where you actually are at your A game. They say most of the time as a golfer, you're at your B, C game. Mainly C.
Like Hovland this last week.
Like you only play at your
but
best
like some people's
for
B
such
games,
a short period of time.
Some people's B games, like
oh yeah, when you're
are
the
better than
pros.
other people's A games.
Yeah, exactly. That's why you see these guys more.
Like Rory brings out his C game on Open at the U.S. Open and shoots it even par. That's probably his B game. He hit a lot of good shots.
Well, and then you got to look at like the fields in these majors. They are more competitive than winning fucking a non-elevated event. I don't want to like. I'm not bashing anybody's win.
But like Jason
You
Day
know?
won. He really
Yeah,
hasn't been doing much.
yeah. But
But I
like
mean,
these
Scheffler was in that
fields,
same field.
yeah. But Scheffler probably is. I mean, he's placing higher consistently, so he's his B game. There's a perfect example of what you're saying. His B C game is the best in the world. You know, like I think Rom his A game's a lot further away, like than his BC game. Like he's still good when he's not on, but when he's on, he's like nuts. You know, Scheffler's kind of just been at this even, just killer. You know, top 5, top 10 every fucking tournament for a while. So he's made like I don't know. Those are just special guys right there. But you're talking about these one-off guys that won. It's just hard. It's hard to win on the tour, man.
Yeah, because like Kitayama
Think
hasn't
about
been
it,
doing
Fleetwood
anything.
plays out of his mind, and he hasn't ever won on the tour.
Finau too. Finau, remember him and Rom were at the Mexico Open? But it's like, where's Finau been?
Yeah, it's different. It's
So
Finau
is
used to be up there.
Clark just on a different level? So you just kind of have to go with him again this week.
No, I wouldn't pick Clark.
He's a lot more expensive than DFS.
Yeah, he's like what 88 or something. I don't know, maybe more. I wouldn't. I'd stay away from him.
Kitayama, he got cut.
If he does, then he's
cut at
really
the
proven
US
himself.
Open. Cut at the Memorial.
Yeah, Kitayama. I think
PGA
it's just a
Championship
name we
tied for
love from.
4th. Is that
Yeah.
real? He got tied
Yeah,
for 4th.
remember he was like. That's why we were like, oh shit, Kitayama, and then it just went back to like he won that one tournament that he's played in.
He's
the
super
Open
cheap.
a couple times, I think.
I mean,
You take a flyer. You never know. Those are the guys. Those are the guys you need to play.
And like, how did it even
like
happen?
Justin Suh.
It looks like he loses. He lost a bunch of off the tee. I guess he's a little crazy with the driver. PGA Championship, his approach was just crazy. I guess he could. I don't even know. Maybe you can bring that back this week. This week, like the course is 6,800 yards. It's like, actually, I forget. It's pretty short this week.
Is it? I think so. What about Justin Thomas? I mean, he literally shot 81.
I mean, he was probably.
And look at Homa. Homa hasn't done nothing. Charles Schwab, Wells Fargo, but like majors, Homa just disappears. Fortunately.
Yeah, I mean,
I wouldn't go with Fowler this week. I just don't think.
Oma had a good first round, and then he shot like 6 over the next day and got cut by like he missed it by a stroke.
That sucks. What about Harry English? He's been kind of hot lately.
English, he started off in the last 3 groups. He played with Dustin, right?
And then like Saturday, Tom Kim made a run.
He made a run on Saturday and Sunday. He played well too, right?
Maybe he just didn't. He didn't have enough Sunday. He was 1 under.
How do I find this freaking scorecard? For stats, guarded 6,800 yards. Yeah, I was right. It is 6,800 yards. Par 70. There's only one par 5 on the front and the back. But it's going to be a lot of driver win. So somebody just, I mean, it just depends on the short game so much. We're watching all that golf this weekend. But since I wasn't golfing, I was just sitting at home watching every freaking shot.
Yeah. Did you watch it all Saturday and Sunday?
Yeah. Well, at least especially the last group.
Where'd you watch it at Sunday? At your house or with your dad?
I went to my parents' house. Yeah. Mr. Bo
Yeah,
Hosler. He's here.
I would say Rory probably goes off again.
I know. Isn't it crazy how all the big names are there here this week?
Yeah.
You like Hantley? I know you're talking about him, but
Yeah. I think his short game
I just think
is
over
fit
at
for
least for
this. What if
DFS. Talking DFS, he's a little expensive.
who
Bino,
else is super long?
like long odds.
Oh, long off the tee.
Oh. Um, let's see here. It leads the field in driving distance. Go to my good old tool over here. I think
You know, you should do that speed training shit, bro.
speed training. What's that?
Just keep try to get more swing speed.
Oh, I see. I'm trying to just make sure I hit the ball in the center, the club. Go from there. Try to eliminate my misses before I start like getting too cute with it. You know.
That's what I need to do. I need to just go 3/4 swing smooth.
So
And
like driving
fucking,
distance wise,
especially with irons, you just need to be you need to be softer with those. You know, it doesn't
Rory,
matter as long as it gets to the yardage you want.
Cameron Young. Okay, I like
Yeah,
Cameron Young.
he's long.
He's
Yeah.
super long and he's priced well. Cameron Young. He's only $8,500. Ben's lock of the week. Lock him in your lineup, guys.
Wow.
Going off. Top 10. I already got, I'm gonna just sneak in my top 10s randomly while we're talking about every player.
Do it.
I think English. I don't know. I don't think English is very consistent. I don't see him doing much. That was crazy how he made that run. So by putting.
Didn't he do the same thing the week before too? Then he just hit the bed.
Did he? I forget what he did the week before.
Yeah, this is a short course.
Yeah, 6,800 yards. That's what I'm saying. Like,
Shoffley won it last year.
what makes it less likely he'll win.
English won it the year before. How do
Who
you
were you
think
talking
about
about?
that?
English?
Harris English won it the year before.
Wow.
Wow. Live here.
Breaking news. Wait, what year did he win it?
I don't know, but it's late, bro. He won it in 2021.
Yeah, you're right. All right. Are you trying to make your picks?
Yeah, let's do the picks.
All right. I already made my first one. We got Cameron Young, the top.
I like that.
And second here. I'm gonna pull up. Look at the odds here. Travelers. All right, so I got Cam Young in there.
Who else?
And Wyndham Clark's 40 to 1. I feel like that's super high.
Yeah,
Like low. I mean like low. Like he should be like 50 to 1.
that's nuts.
Fleetwood.
Fleetwood. This guy is taking all my picks.
All right. So I
Who's
think
winning?
Fleetwood. I think Fleetwood wins. And
Okay.
then Siwoo Kim, top 10.
All right. I'm gonna go with oh yeah, look at this list. Let me lose all my money on this. Um, you picked Fleetwood, you bastard.
You can pick him too.
I could. I'm gonna go Tom Kim. You like that?
Yeah, I think I actually do.
Tom Kim and your boy Harris English.
Wow.
Top 10. Winner, Shoffley.
Xander, you think Xander's gonna win?
You like that, huh? Minwoo Lee, he had a good round. But
Oh yeah, I like Minwoo Lee. I was gonna
yeah, I
say
think he could
something.
be good this week. He bombs the ball, so be interesting to see.
Yeah, it'll definitely be an interesting week.
How the Giants win? But all right, man. I think
All right,
that should be it, right?
BKs. Let me know. Let me know how the new Titleist feels. The new TSR 3.
Wonder if I'm going to get it this week. He said initially he's like probably take 2 weeks, and then he said the pro shop guy was like probably be in by the weekend.
I have a TSR
So
3 wood.
we shall see. The 3 woods are sick too.
What
It just
weight? What weight is your driver?
the shaft
Yeah.
70.
Damn, I do 65.
Do you? I like a heavier shaft.
I didn't know the difference. Like, what does having heavier really do? More torque?
I don't know. No, it's just feel. I think it's a feel thing. It probably. I mean, if you really want to dive deep into it, but I think it's a feel.
All right. Well, you heard it here first. All about feel.
It is here on the checkout.